Yeah. Yeah, I just came back up here. I stay in a suburb of Illinois by Chicago. But yeah, I just sent you that video I did yesterday, man. I couldn't believe Fabio, man. That blew my mind to see him sit there and say that stuff. I'm like,
Yeah, man, I had to go everywhere to get people to believe. You know what I'm saying? And then when he got hot, everybody started jumping on a bandwagon.
yeah, and I said that, and I was like, man, he has probably one of the best deals, and I'm like, man, May should sign me. I was like, I wish I could get my man. I'm like, a new artist getting a master's. I'm like, do you know how hard that is in life to get? I'm like, there's artists
And
right
I
now.
held it. I held it. So if he did something like this,
Yep.
that's why I had to set the deal up that way. So, cause you don't know what you know how gang niggas are, man.
Right. But that's why you did that. You the managerial fee and everything else. That's why you had the contract set like that so everybody could be fair. Like we could all right,
Yeah,
let's
but if I ain't have it, it was gonna.
right, they railroad you. You gotta
Yeah.
protect yourself. So it was
They sent the OG niggas and the nigga fresh from jail 20 years to me and all that. I said, nigga, I ain't going for that nigga.
right. You just gotta do what's right. I'm like, man, when somebody do right by you, it's like how do you wrong somebody that did right by you? You know what I'm saying? Like they know you came up with
But
it.
his team telling him.
Right. That's what I said. The whole interview it sounded like they pushed him to do it. You
Yeah.
know, I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, this is organized. Yeah, they did this to deliberately, yeah, so to make it look like, oh yeah,
But
Macy.
once I show the receipts, all the young niggas gonna be coming to
I know, cause who wouldn't want that? I'm like, dog, he had all his publishing, 100%. He was never signed to a 360 deal. He kept all his show money. Nobody took his show money. I'm like, who in the world wouldn't sign a deal like that? That's crazy. I'm telling
bro.
people that. I'm like, they was like, man, you lying. There ain't no way, man. Oh, Mace had to get, how he gonna get paid? I'm like, dog, they split 50-50. I'm like, he's like, look, we'll do it 50-50. I'm like, dog, do y'all realize? I'm like, he took them to the record companies they weren't interested at first. But I'm like, if you don't make show dates, it ain't his fault they manager was a crook. I was like, look, y'all manager took y'all money and left. And I'm like, y'all want another 20? I'm like, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's your situation with him. He got paid. And he took the money and didn't give it to you. That's y'all manager. Y'all brought him to the table. And I'm like, this man, I'm like, look, I already know you came up with, hey. Not taking nothing away from them, but they know what you brought to the table.
Yeah.
Like,
The sauce.
right. Plus, you being involved in the project was going to increase the revenue probably double, triple to make the deal even bigger than what it was just because you was involved.
I told him you had everybody. You had everybody. You just didn't have me.
Yeah.
That showed you my presence mattered.
Right. And then, like D-Sav and JD and the rest of them, when they was going to be the demons in the group and then they was against it. Like, I'm like, they were against the name Demons. And they was going to name the album, like you said, Demon Time. And they was all, no, we can't have that. And now everywhere you go, city to city, state, everybody talking about Demon Time.
And guess who owned it? Guess who owned the name?
Who?
Our son Justin.
Wow. And it's a dirty game, boy. But man, yeah, I mean, I've been getting a lot of slack from him because I hit him up personally in his live stream, and when he was IG live, and I was saying like, why do you keep doing the artists what you complain that you fighting for artists? Why won't you get them their masters or even present it to the position where they can buy it back? Why would you want them to, have to go get it from somebody else that ain't even from this country or not even connected to the music? Why would you want to do that? And you sitting here in the same breath saying you want to fight for artists' rights. It's just, I'm like, that's hypocrisy. And ever since then, man, that dude been. I'm like, your name's supposed to be Love. You don't show no love.
Yeah, I'm about to go back. I'm about to double back on him.
Yeah, because I don't think it's right. I like you keep sitting over here doing all these deals and he's making these moves behind the scenes, and you say one thing and you doing another. Once again, you did the same thing over again, but you end up doing what was right, what you should have did with Jada years ago. You finally did right by them.
What he just, yeah, when I said that statement, he made up his mind to give everybody their stuff back, but he's only giving it up to them so he can come back and use them for a tour to
Yeah,
launch Love Records.
exactly. That's what it. It's always a connection piece with him. You know him.
Yeah.
Right. So it's always about him. But my thing is like, I feel like he should be like, man, I owe you because without you, the ship don't move. When Big was gone that quick, that was sudden. That was an immediate impact. Big was gone. You kept the lights on. Your pen kept it moving. And I'm like, dog,
Yeah, that's what makes them other niggas stronger than him.
yeah.
Because their artists are better off.
Yeah. And I was like, man.
You know, let Kanye catch you.
Yeah. And I'm like, man, this is crazy because most of these people, like the fans out here today, they don't even know. Like most of the songs they've been bobbing their head to for the past 5, 6, 7 years, you done had an influence. But I had a lot of those records. But
Yo, what you doing in Saginaw?
oh, Saginaw, that's where my cousin Dante, he set up the Saginaw Stem. The Saginaw Stem program, man. So they helping kids.
What's that?
Oh, the STEM program they set up for kindergarten to 8. Man, they teaching these kids science, math, everything. Like every Saturday, like once a year, all the kids are free. They get to come in there and they get to learn science. They just.
How can I help with that?
You can go to saginawstem.org and you can just donate anything that you want. It's all 100% donation goes straight to the event. They don't go to any of the staff or anything. Everybody's volunteering and putting in the work, and it's been doing great, man. We just got a $20,000 grant by General Motors. They just started a First Things First school program, and it's teaching these kids all the skills, like from engineering, science, and this is for kids in our community because this stuff is missing in our schools now. So we've been definitely promoting the Saginaw STEM and been doing great, man. In 1 year, it's been just rolling.
You gotta go to this guy who's a pastor. His name is Tariq Price.
You say a pastor?
Yeah, out there in Saginaw. His name is Tariq Price.
Tariq Price? Oh, okay.
When you see him, tell him Mase said donate.
Okay. All right.
So Mase said, you was speaking to Mase, and Mase
Yeah, he can definitely get in part of it because it's going down every
He's out
Saturday.
there.
Yeah, we got
Really well.
yeah, we got volunteers coming in, man. It's beautiful, man, to see these kids. Like right now, man, I didn't know these kids are so smart, and it just shows you, man. All these kids want to learn. I'm like they don't want to hear all this garbage. They really want to get active and into it, man. So we got kindergarten through 12th grade, and they all are involved. They ain't in there looking at their phones and nothing. They all into it, and I'm like, man, it's incredible to see. Yeah, and man, like right now they taking a go-kart, transforming it from a fuel car to an electric car. And they doing it on go-karts right now. And
That's amazing, man.
yeah. And then now since they doing that, he said after that I'm gonna have them turn it from a electric car into a solar car. I'm gonna teach
Do you
them.
be going on Clubhouse and all that stuff?
No, I don't be on that. I listen to Wack, like
Be
Wack.
going crazy, wackly.
Yeah, Wack is crazy. I talked to him on the phone the other day. I'm like, Wack, man, what is you doing? Like, half of the stuff you be talking about be mad crazy.
Scared to death of Wack.
I don't know why. I'll talk to Wack, man. Wack, because Wack is not a threat, really. He's really cool, but he's not gonna get crazy. Not now. He got way.
His wolf game is immaculate.
Yes, I know. That's the thing. He's always been like that. And I was like, he didn't realize I knew him from many years ago when he first came around Ray J. And I was like, I knew you since then because I was with Floyd and Jackie Long and Ray J and Floyd was over there. So he was like, oh man, now we know each other from back then. I'm like, yeah. But I was like, I never had a reason to really get in contact with you until now. So me and him started talking about all the stuff he doing, and I was like, I don't really vibe with academics, and I was like, and I don't vibe with him because he's what's wrong with what's going on here. He promotes he promotes violence and death and nonsense, and I don't like that. And I can't. And I was like, I don't want to get compared to him. I'm like, we not the same. I'm like, we come from two different worlds. And I was like, he's just all about nonsense. He don't do anything positive.
Yeah, I just walked in this restaurant.
Yeah, see, the public love you.
Yeah, I just walked in this restaurant. Let's check them off.
All right. All right. Man, that's crazy, man. So, yeah, that's Mase, man. We finally getting back talking again, back and forth. But I'm gonna have to hit him up about the priest. But yeah, this for the Patreon, so y'all got it. So it wasn't an interview. We just had a conversation because we was talking about how Fabio, that contract, man. So I tried to fire this up so y'all could hear it. But Fabio, man, that's wild. But wait till he drop this. I think he gonna go on $1 million worth of game, and then it's gonna go from there. Then we gonna see, after the fact. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see what happens. But anyway, it's your boy Karceno. I'm out. God bless. Good night.